Hey everyone, and welcome to Upcycled Adulting, where I am here to help you grow to accomplish your goals, create healthy habits, and overcome obstacles. Today, we're going to be talking about holiday solo, right? Spending the holidays alone for whatever reason, whether you've gone no contact with people in your family, you live far from them, or you've had some grief stuff that has happened, right? People have passed away. I have been asked many times to address this particular situation because this is so real and prevalent and such a difficult challenge that a lot of people face. This is a big obstacle for a lot of people. It creates a lot of loneliness a lot of times, a lot of feelings of isolation. And honestly, it can really be impactful to your mindset, right? Your perspective of yourself. I know what it is to feel like you're excluded from things and to wonder, like, what's wrong with me? Why don't I have anywhere to go? Everybody else does. People are complaining nonstop about the amount of things they need to do through the holidays. And there are people out there who are just wishing they had somebody to celebrate with. So, stay tuned. I'm going to share my 5 best tips for that. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm all about helping you create your best life inside your real life. And sometimes inside your real life means you're flying solo. So, we're going to talk about whether you're single or you have kids of your own that you're celebrating with, but basically, you don't have that extended family system. You don't have to go to grandparents' houses and this and that and the other. And so, you may be completely on your own, or you may have littles that you're celebrating with, but you wish that you could complain about having to go to the in laws, right? This is actually a relatively common occurrence of celebrating the holidays alone, at least part of the holidays alone, if you have a divorced family situation where your kids are with the other parent, that type of thing. And so it's something that we're actually navigating right now with our grandkids and our family. And this is something that I have personally navigated myself for various different reasons as well. But in our family, our daughter lives in Arizona. She and her fiance just split. And so it's really on my mind that there's a possibility of her being alone, completely alone, because she lives so far away on the holidays, right? That she would wake up on Christmas morning and her daughter won't be there and she'll be by herself on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. And so that is ever present in my mind. So if that's you, that's exactly what I'm talking about today. Now, listen, if you are a person who's like, I do not want to do the holidays at all, okay? Here's my advice to you. It's almost impossible to escape holiday conversations when it is November, December time of year. It may be better to take that time to go on a social media detox, load up your DVR with whatever you love watching, or pick a couple things on Netflix to binge through the holiday month. Now, I always think that one of the best things to do through November, December, from Thanksgiving to New Year's, if you don't do the holidays, is to actually binge content that is not related to families or relationships, right? I always think it's best at that time of year to binge, action films like the Die Hard series, Stranger Things, excellent. I mean, excellent. There's so many seasons of Stranger Things. You could probably watch that every night for the next month. So you really want to dig into maybe some content that's not going to pull at the heartstrings and is going to be engaging enough and distracting enough to kind of keep you going. So few recommendations here. Stranger Things, The Expanse is absolutely amazing and very, very distracting. Really, The Magicians, which is a fantasy show. I know I'm going into a lot of fantasy stuff, but I tend to prefer fantasy over action all day, every day. You may also want to consider just going on a month of horror movie binging between Halloween and the end of the year. That works too during those 2 months. So I definitely recommend that. You can go back to some old school stuff or some, cult classics like Rocky Horror Picture Show and enjoy that. For the rest of you who actually want to celebrate the holidays, but you're on your own, here are my 5 best tips. Number one is create your own traditions. A lot of times we feel like we can't create our own traditions if we are alone. We feel like you have to have a bunch of people around in order for it to really count. That is not true at all. One of the great traditions to create at this time of year is volunteering. Partly because you will find yourself with other people who also are alone during the holidays, which will make it feel a lot less awkward or weird for you potentially. And it's a great way to create connections with new people who have similar interests to yours. You can also take on a project, a volunteer project. For example, sending Christmas cards or writing letters to a elder care facility to people there or to troops overseas also works. I know a lot of people who love to volunteer at retirement communities or nursing homes through the holidays. That is always an excellent opportunity because a lot of the people there really miss their families at that time of year. And it is a nice way to create a family feeling when you don't necessarily have a family of your own. Even simple things like doing various crafts or doing a project around your house can be a tradition that you look forward to and you enjoy. You could say, every single year between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I redecorate a room in my house, right? That's an amazing opportunity as well. And that leads me to number two, which is buy yourself a gift or get pampered. So your gift could be the redecorating of that room, right? You're going to buy new bedding for your bedroom and you're going to paint your bedroom at this time of year. You're going to get um new table runners or new centerpieces. And that could be your gift to yourself at this time of year. So don't forego receiving gifts or receiving pampering just because you don't have people in your life to buy them for you. Okay. Be your own greatest love. Treat yourself like you are your own greatest love and give yourself the things that will make you feel like the holidays are really special. And that leads to number three, which is make your favorite meal. There is actually no rule that you must have turkey on Thanksgiving or whatever. I don't even know what people have on Christmas. I Everyone has something different. Ham, standing rib roast, turkey. I've heard it all for Christmas. But make your favorite meal. Whatever it is that you love and you enjoy and you want to indulge in, order it out, order it from a store, make it yourself. You can always order in advance, for example, from a restaurant, have it come on Christmas Eve and warm it up on Christmas Day, but make your favorite meal. Enjoy that on the holidays. It's okay that you're eating alone. Consider lighting a couple of candles, make it a special thing. Get out the cloth napkins and enjoy your meal. The next thing I want to say is to create an alternative holiday celebration. Okay, here's the deal. If you don't have people to celebrate on the holidays because everybody is busy with their own families, but you do have a friend group, consider doing something like Friendsgiving. Consider tagging along to somebody else's event. Consider doing the holidays on a different day. My in laws are actually really into this. They actually celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. So every year we go to their house for Christmas Eve. And that means they're alone on Christmas Day. So their alternative celebration is on Christmas Eve, which, yes, I know is right near the holiday. It is part of the holiday, but they are completely alone on Christmas Day. And so they have these traditions about what they do on Christmas Day to celebrate Christmas itself together as a couple. So they make a meal that they love. They talk about their Christmas party. They listen to Christmas music. They have a whole set of things that they do. By the way, I don't even know what all of them are, but they have a full day celebration on Christmas, just the two of them. And absolutely, that is an option for you too. You can create an alternative day that you celebrate the holiday with your friends or with another support system, have a cookie exchange, do something like that, maybe do an alternative celebration. And then on the day of the holiday, do your loner traditions that you love and enjoy. Um, And then the fifth thing I want to share is if you have lost someone you love at the holidays, do something in their memory on the holiday or right around the holidays. Whether a lot of people I know do grave blankets or flowers for the grave, they visit the grave around the holidays. I'm not a grave visitor. I've never visited the grave of somebody that I love who has passed, but just including little things that they enjoyed. Like they watched this Christmas movie every year, or they loved to do this, or even just telling stories about them, right? Or saying, oh, they would have loved that, right? Can be a great way to keep them present. I think it's really important when we think about grief to remember that just because the person passed away doesn't mean that they're not part of our life anymore. Okay. Just because you have grieved that relationship doesn't mean that the relationship doesn't exist, doesn't mean that you don't love them anymore. I have a very, very big holiday tradition where I host this thing called Cookie Weekend. And all the kids come to my house and they all make cookies. And we've made it a whole weekend thing. And it's tons and tons of fun. And this tradition actually came from my best friend growing up. Her mom used to give out Christmas cookies every year for the holidays. That's like kind of an old-fashioned thing that people used to do, give them to the mailman and all kinds of various people. And she always needed help making the cookies. So I would go over and help make these cookies with her family. And it is the most prevalent tradition I have growing up. My parents were divorced. I didn't have very many holiday traditions, but this was something I knew I had and I would be looking forward to every single year. In about 2011, she and I lost all contact. And it was devastating for me. It was shocking, jarring, devastating for me. We had a 35-year friendship and she ended it on a dime in a very surprising way. And so we have not been friends for all these years. There has been a profound amount of grief to the loss of that friendship. And doing Cookie Weekend, enjoying that event that we did together as children growing up, has been such a beautiful way for me to hold the memory of something that was so dear to me, something that I loved, and a person that I will always love, even if we're not in relationship with each other, even though that has been hurtful for me. I will never not love her, right? And she will never not be a part of who I am as a person or a part of my history. And that is a way that I can honor that and that I can remember the good times that we had together and that I can still smile and be grateful for the connection that we had and for the role in my life that she and her family played. So do something in that person's memory. If you are celebrating the holidays alone, I just want you to know that it's okay. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. That doesn't mean you've done something wrong. That doesn't mean, and by the way, you are not alone in this. The number of people who've reached out to me to say, can you please talk about this? Because I've mentioned several times that I have a couple holiday events, one that was relatively traumatic that I spent alone. And people are like, can you talk about this? Can you talk more about what it is to have lost somebody you love and to go through the holidays, to be alone, to not have anywhere to go, to feel abandoned or to feel forgotten about at the holidays? So I want you to know that you really are not alone. Many, many people celebrate the holidays alone. And for many people, the holidays are a very difficult time of year. So if you don't want to be alone, okay, it's very likely that something is going on in your community near to the holidays where you can reach out to others and create connections and create alternative celebrations. And I highly recommend that you start seeking those opportunities early in the year or in the month. Just reaching out, even on social media, and saying, hey, who else is alone today? And maybe creating, a chat or going live on a social media channel and giving other people the opportunity to show up there and to comment and to communicate. This is a great idea for content. If you're a content creator who's alone on the holidays, this is a great idea for you to take the opportunity to do a live on YouTube or on Facebook or on TikTok or Instagram, just to show up and let other people come together and talk about, what it's like to be alone, and to, laugh together and share their traditions together. And if you happen to be alone on the holidays, please share your favorite holiday tradition in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. I am always looking for ways to help you create the life that you have been dreaming of inside your real life, because you deserve that. You are absolutely amazing, and you deserve to live your dream life today and every day. Bye, everybody.